Hi everyone. You know, I'm just holding these books here and I'm thinking what a journey being an author has been. It was never my intention to become an author. All I wanted was to stand out, be different. And I remember in 2016, we attended a conference, the iFocus Africa conference, hosted by the South African Optometric Association at the time. And leading up to the conference, we wanted to approach it differently, not just have brochures and business cards, but have something that is tangible that we could put in people's hands, that they can be able to go back and utilize in their respective optometric practices. Anyway, fast track, we launched the first book, the second book, and the third book, and pandemic hit, and a lot of optometric practices realized that, wow, my marketing is not at the level at which I wanted it to be. I've not been effectively communicating with my patients the way I was supposed to. There was a lot of things that optometric practices realized that they were not doing, and the pandemic came and it put a lot of practices and a lot of optometrists under pressure. And with everyone's favorite optometrist, Dr. Darryl Glover, we sat down and we looked at how can we make a difference to the industry? How can we add value to the industry during this difficult period? And that was 2020. And it led us to develop this fantastic book, Vision Straight's Marketing Guide for the Eye Care Industry. This is how the book looks like. And it was, him and I were individually building eye care brands. And at the same time, we were working with various practices, eye care companies, in helping them elevate the way they approach business and the way they communicate with the respective ECPs. And so in us developing this book, which was as a result of years of experience working together, doing various initiatives that are marketing or media related. And so we put this book together. Chapter 1 is the future is online. So we give a detailed concept in terms of the importance of having a comprehensive marketing strategy that should include various components that are associated with marketing or media. And so we focused a lot on what the future of eye care looks like. And then we took chapter 2 in a different direction, looking at the consumer. The reason why we say the consumer and not the patient is because if you think about the journey of a patient, there's what happens before the examination room, there's what happens in the examination room, and there's that post-service aftercare protocols or measures that you need to be putting in place. So we look at the person that comes to the optometric practice as someone who can be divided into 3 components. That is the patient, the customer, and the client. And so in the book, we profile that what differentiates the 3 different types of consumers that come to the optometric practice. Chapter 3, marketing communication strategies. We give practical examples and steps that you can be able to implement and follow. Then we focused on chapter 4, all about branding. We go into great detail regarding branding and how you can position your practice, how you can position yourself. And despite all the branding things that you can be able to do, the most powerful one is how do you get the patient or the consumer to be the practice advocate? And so we show you and demonstrate the manner in which you can be able to build a brand that is reputable, that is connected you to the patient or the consumer. Chapter 5, websites. Chapter 6, social media. Chapter 7, influencer marketing. This was a big one because a lot of companies wanted to fast track their approach with regards how they navigate communicating with their respective target audiences. So we looked at influencer marketing in terms of what it is, how it plays a role within the eye care industry, and how does it influence your practice or your brand in connecting you with your respective target audiences. Then of course, chapter 8 was a very important chapter in the sense that it was all about the budget. Marketing requires you to have a budget. And so we focus on all the costs that would be associated with your digital marketing strategies, your corporate identity, your website, your social media, advertising, training and development, and of course, the account management and all other things that are associated with it. Chapter 9, we give you a detailed step-by-step process on how to get started. And that's what chapter 9 is all about. And then chapter 10, we actually connected with other global eye care trailblazers who are already doing things on an exceptional level, that all contributed to making chapter 10 possible. And they share their own journey when it comes to marketing, media as a whole. And so I love chapter 10 because you get multiple perspectives from different leaders from different parts of the world who are doing exceptional things. So chapter 10 was all about that, and it's titled, What Do the Experts Say? And then the final chapter was on ethical marketing, which at the end of the day, we are clinicians, we are in a healthcare setup, and so it's very important that we do not compromise on the ethical or work ethic or integrity aspects that are associated with all our marketing activities and so forth. And so this was a book that there was no conference that we were launching the book. The first 3 books, when I look back, we were fortunate enough to have conferences, various optometry events or industry events where we can showcase the book. People can touch the book and feel the book and see exactly how the book was going to be able to help them. So you could imagine launching a marketing book in the midst of a pandemic, how nerve-wracking that was. But it's been absolutely amazing how this book has been received by the industry. And so yeah, that's the year 1 of the pandemic. Year 2 of the pandemic, we realized that the need of people still wanting business solutions that were practical, that can help them maintain peak performance levels, because what got them up until leading up to the pandemic, it's not necessarily what will help them sustain or maintain those peak performance levels and take them to the next level altogether. And so we looked at what is it that we can do, what topics of interest or what areas or problems that we will be able to help solve the day-to-day basis that optometrists or eye care practitioners as a whole get to deal with. And so we looked at various approaches, and it led us to our 5th book, Vision Straight Strategic Guide for Optometrists. I love this book because it stretched us. It stretched us a lot as a company. We had to get to dig deep in terms of what are the areas that really affect the optometric practices from being successful. And so this book is divided into 3 parts. Part 1 is the attractive appeal. Part 2 or phase 2 is the financial growth, and phase 3 is sustainability. And so in each phase, there are 3 different chapters that we focus on. For example, in the attractive appeal, if I just give you a quick summary here in terms of what we mean, it was all about what is it about your business that makes it unique and stand out as compared to other businesses. And so we discuss in detail the attractive appeal regarding the consumers you serve. What does the consumer require that you have? The market your business operates in. How is the competition in relation to your offering? And then the last part there is the optometric practice that you are building. Why you need to upgrade your current business solution. So that was phase 1, the attractive appeal and the approach that we took in that regard. When it came to phase 2, the financial growth, the question that we were literally wanting to figure out that we can help you understand is, can your business still be able to grow in the midst of poor economic growth, unexpected global crisis, and constantly changing environments? And so we discuss in detail here the financial growth regarding the following: the consumers that you serve now. How can you drive revenue up with the consumer? Point number 2, the market that your business operates in. How to be ahead of the competition when everyone else around you is busy upgrading themselves. That's an important question that you have to take into consideration. And of course, the 3rd component of phase 2 was the optometric practice that you are sacrificing for. What major changes do you have to make when it comes to the cost structures within your business? And then lastly, in phase 3, it was all about sustainability. Are you building a business that is geared to still exist and thrive in the next 20 to 40 years? and that is evolving at a fast pace as technology keeps on evolving. And so we discuss in detail what it takes to build a sustainable business regarding the following: the consumers that you serve, how to engage and communicate with them. Point number 2 there, the market that your business operates in, how to remain relevant and disruptive at all times. And last point there, the optometric practice that you are busy taking to the next level. And the question there basically is how to adapt and remain flexible when changes take place faster than the industry. So the book, in actual fact, right at the very back, we've got what we refer to as the Vision Straight's strategic growth matrix, where we utilize a grid, and throughout the book, this grid you see in every single chapter, and we break down, for example, some of the chapters here is consumer requirements, competition, business solutions, and then under financial growth, revenue growth, competitive advantage, profitability, and of course under sustainability, consumer engagement, being disruptive, and adaptability. So this was, wow, the past 2 years, when I look back and when we as a company look back in terms of how difficult it has been for many businesses, we are fully confident that these 2 books are 2 books that can literally help you not only navigate the new eye care landscape that we are in, but how can you elevate your business to a whole entirely different level so that you can continue to excel and thrive in this new norm that we are all finding ourselves in. Thank you very much for everyone that has been supporting us throughout the years. We value each and every single connection that we have made. And if there's anything that you need assistance with, do reach out to us. The books can be ordered at books@visionstraight.co.za, and subscribe to the Vision Straight YouTube channel. Connect with us on the different social media platforms, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, check out our website. We've got amazing resources and links there that are readily available that you can be able to utilize along with your team. And we look forward to coming into your businesses and helping you take your business to the next level.